The men's and women's tennis teams have had a long history of academic achievement. The two programs have combined to win the last 5 department academic cups and 16 of the 25 overall cups since the inception of the competition in 2010.
I think tennis is, the guys are used to a very individual sport where the responsibility's on them. There's nobody else you can, and in the classroom, it's on you. You've got to put in the work, you've got to be willing to go and speak to the professor. Tennis also tends to be a sport when players are playing it at a high level where there's a lot of, you are responsible for your development as a player. And so players will often be playing tournaments on their own without a coach traveling with them or setting things up for them. And especially a lot of guys who are, that we've recruited are playing tennis at a very high level are maybe doing some non-traditional academics where they're not sitting in a classroom with a professor giving them the notes. A lot of times they're traveling while they're competing, or they're doing some a lot more work on their own. And in the university setting, that really prepares them very well to be going out and reaching out to the professors when they're not understanding something, or going and seeking out tutors, because that's really the way of the tennis player through the most junior development pathways in the US and also abroad.
As a student athlete, I feel like the academic side of the university made me grow as an athlete too. How to manage difficult situations. I mean, if you have to take a test, you know, you are there alone and you have to go and take it with what you have, what you know. And that's the same thing as when you are on the court. I mean, you have what you have that day and you have to do your best, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty grateful to be here.
I think it's just always been a lot about accountability. Like the team GPA is a way that we can kind of measure and see, okay, it's not just an individual thing, but it's something like, okay, are we bringing the best out of each other? And I think we've kind of shown with our ability to keep that GPA reasonably high, even on down semesters, that we tend to hold each other accountable, and that when people have tough semesters, they're motivated by their teammates, and everyone is just trying to do their best, and because we don't want to let each other down, and it's an individual thing, but just like tennis, it's something that we play individually, but we don't want to let the team down. So
I've learned that once you find the people that can help you succeed, that it's really important to keep them in your lives and rely on them, whether it's your teammates or other friends in your classes, because that's been one of the most important things for me, at least, is having people around me with similar goals and will help push me and I'll push them. And I think that's what helps you succeed the best, honestly, in terms of academics, I guess is all my best answer to that one.
Interestingly, the teams have alternated semesters, with the men's team capturing the cup each of the last 3 fall semesters, and the women's team winning the last 2 springs and 5 of the last 6. In spring 2022, the women's team put up a scorching 3.78 team GPA. Last fall, the men countered with a 3.87 GPA, the highest mark of any team in any semester at Binghamton.
I mean, obviously we use the academic cup as a recruiting tool. They come and sit in my office and they see the giant cup sitting there on one of my desks. So we do use that as a point of pride in our program to say we're extremely successful in the classroom. Obviously, the academic cup hasn't been around the entire time I've been coaching here. And so it kind of started maybe in like my 4th or 5th year. That the girls really got into it, and it became a really big source of pride for them, that they were, you know, getting their teammates on board, really discussing their grades, discussing how to help each other, discussing like what avenues to go about really to take advantage of, you know, spending time with your TA, meeting with your professor, getting tutored. But it really has been the girls on the team that have driven the bus to their academic success.
Especially in my time here, in my tenure, and especially with this senior class, the seriousness with which they take all of their responsibilities in the classroom, on the court, in community service events, it does a lot of the work for me, with the incoming freshmen and the new members to the program, where they can see the example of what the work ethic is and what the van ride isn't Netflix and chill for a couple hours as we're driving about the East Coast, but it's getting out the laptop and doing the work on the notes and getting the flashcards out.
I think there definitely is. I mean, even this last semester, because we end up with a 3.87 and we're saying, hey, like, how come we didn't get a 3.9? So we're looking around to see, okay, like, I think 4 or 5 of us, I think, had 4.0s. So we're looking at the other people saying, like, come on, you know? So, but it's fun that it's in a way where it's not, okay, we're not trying to fight for people to keep their eligibility. We're trying to fight for people to get 4.0s and get straight A's. And I've faced it all 4 years because I have a 3.96 and I'm the lowest out of the seniors in my GPA. So if that doesn't tell you about that, then I don't know what will. So.
People who live on campus will get together in like their dorm halls and study usually together. And me, I usually study by myself, but like we all encourage each other to do a work. If someone's slacking, be like, no, like gotta get on that. Like you have to focus. Like this isn't a joke. Like it comes first. So we're always encouraging each other in every way we can to get everything done. And any spare minute, you're like, you know, you should really be doing this. So we're always each other's number one supporters.
When I started talking to Coach about coming to Binghamton, my focus was very much on what school am I going to, and then Coach replied with, well, you know, not only is it a good school, like we have extremely high performing people on the team and people that aren't doing necessarily easy degrees. Adi is bio, medical engineering, Dan pre-med. I mean, one could say Michael's degree is easy, but no, it was strongly emphasized that it was a team that worked hard, that got good grades, and on my end, that's what I was looking for. My parents would not let me go to school that was substandard for them academically, so I think it was a good fit.
I think it definitely helps. Well, definitely in the spring when we're traveling more. You can really see, like, when we're on long drives, when we're in the hotels, everyone's doing work. Like, yes, we'll all hang out, but we'll get back and it's like, okay, everyone's gonna, like, after a match, okay, we're gonna shower, we're gonna do work, and then we'll all hang out or watch a movie or whatever it is in a few hours. And so it's, I think, and especially for some of the younger people on the team, it's like some of them are taking more STEM classes, so it's like I'll help them. If they've taken other people have taken those classes, they help them. I'm taking Spanish right now, so I'm getting some help in that. But when people can help each other, we do, and I think that is a big component too when we're all together. And just everyone, knowing that everyone's doing work, it does encourage you to do some also and not get behind in anything.
I mean, I'm amazed. I would not have been able to do what they do in the classroom and the majors that they are in personally. But they do take advantage of everything that we offer them in terms of outside help. We really make a point to stress going to meet with your professors and meeting with your TAs and getting that face-to-face time. We really stress taking advantage of the tutoring that we offer. I've had players that struggle in classes that typically aren't tutored, that we will go out and find you a tutor. We want you to be successful in the classroom. We want you to be successful in the classroom so that you can be successful on the tennis court, because if you're struggling in the classroom, that's going to really kind of carry over into how you manage your stress on the court. But we want them to be successful in both areas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like walking down the hall and seeing it when it's sitting on Coach McGovern's desk. So, you know, that's something we're back and forth all the time, and we see each other in passing up at Lane Stark Tennis Center, and it's definitely something that comes up. And women's tennis is a tremendous track record academically, but you know, 3.87, I think that record's going to stand for a while, and I don't think they'll be able to surpass it. I don't know when, at what point, you know, maybe with some of their numbers, Dave Egan and Kara need to, you know, has there been any performance-enhancing, you know, materials that need to be looked into? But, you know, I'll leave that in the hands of Dave Egan to look after. I know what we're going to do and take care of our job in the classroom, and the guys are going to put in the work to stay on top.
Yes, I didn't even know that was a thing when I got here. And then I saw the rivalry between men's and women's tennis. And yeah, I mean, we talk about it sometimes in the locker room and with the guys as well. And well, this semester they beat us, but like last semester we beat them. So, I mean, yeah, we're always, like I said, like expected to get the best. Like not only for that, but also for us, you know, like we know we're at a very strongly academic school, so we want to like experience all of that and get the best out of all of that. And yeah, I mean, the whole team just pushes together. We're like, okay, guys, let's get this GPA. Like, yeah, we just try to get the academic up every time we can, I guess.
I mean, there's always some tension there. I know that both of our teams, we are pretty good. The guys are so smart too. They do pretty well. So when we win, it's like, okay, we beat the guys. It's not that we beat any other team, but we just beat the guys. For us, I mean, it's a joke that we have, but honestly, I hope that, it's not that I hope, we will win this semester, because personally, I'm going to do better than last semester. I like my classes, and I know the girls, they'll be there with me too, yeah.
I think the one thing that we're aware of is when we don't win, and we don't necessarily always pay attention to which team it is that's winning instead of us, but we just know that we want to break whatever trend is going on this semester and make sure that we can win this one, and we're pretty confident about doing that again because I think we have a lot of people that are smart guys and hardworking guys, and I think 3.87, we knew it was the highest, but like I said before, I think 3.9 is so within reach that we're just saying, why not? So. Yeah, there's not too much concern who's winning as long as we're the ones winning. So
there's a little bit. There's also a little bit of pride in the fact that it's still tennis winning it. You know, what we do say though is they're winning in the spring and we're winning in the fall. We're spring sports, so make of that what you will.
I mean, sometimes, not really, because like we'll get you know, an email from our coach or from the people who sent them out being like, oh, you guys won again, like, here's your GPA, blah, like that. And we're like we'll text each other, be like, okay, cool, guys, good job, we did it again. So, I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's very cool, but it comes with, you know, when Libby's like, yep, we're going on in the half court again, like, so it's fun. Yeah, it's definitely an accomplishment for all of us since, you know, we work really hard.
I actually hadn't heard of that stat before, but we're going to fix that. I can assure you that once I'm gone, Kyle's still going to be here, and the freshmen are still going to be here continuing this legacy.
Well, I mean, it's my first semester here, so all I have to say is I'm 1-0. And, you know, women's tennis can take that as they want, but new freshmen are here, and, you know, we're here to take over, I guess. I don't know.